be treated equally in the eyes of the law and in the eyes of our society. It's a really simple proposition.
Who said that?
Now, I don't have to tell you that we have a ways to go in that struggle. I don't have to tell you how many are still denied their basic rights. Americans who are still made to feel like second-class citizens, who have to live a lie to keep their jobs, or who are afraid to walk the street or down the hall at school. Many of you have devoted your lives to the cause of equality. So you know what we have to do. We've got more work ahead of us. But we can also be proud of the progress we've made these past 2.5 years. I vowed to keep up the fight against the so-called Defense of Marriage Act. There's a bill to repeal this discriminatory law in Congress, and I want to see that passed. But until we reach that day, my administration is no longer defending DOMA in the courts. I believe the law runs counter to the Constitution, and it's time for it to end once and for all. It should join Don't Ask, Don't Tell in the history books.
This is an NBC News special report.
The Supreme Court has just struck down the Federal Defense of Marriage Act.
Historic breaking news coming out of Washington today. Crowds are singing and shouting in excitement outside the U.S. Supreme Court.
So when I've gathered so far, unfortunately,
Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, and distinguished panel of judges. For your consideration, I am your contestant number 7, Robert Dado. Tonight, I come to you as a man in uniform, fighting for our country and now fighting for the crown of Miss Positol. I am also proudly sponsored by Miss Central Florida newcomer, Miss Juliet Jackson, Miss Kitchen Galore, and my stylist, Richard Santos. I am 22 years old.